Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We've got an exciting matchup coming up just now. The Division III Grand Final with the Oklahoma Football Club versus the Philadelphia Hawks. As you can see on Field 1 here in beautiful Sarasota, Florida, we've got some last-minute administration, last-minute paperwork, some instructions from the umpires coming through right now. Again, going to be a great matchup, should be a great game. And with me is Brendan Walsh. Brendan, what's your thoughts on this upcoming matchup?
Good afternoon, Heath. Ladies and gentlemen, wonderful to be here for the Division III Grand Final. You and I, Heath, were fortunate enough yesterday to actually watch the Oklahoma side and call that game. I was very impressed with their play. So I think they will head into this slight favourites over the Philadelphia Hawks.
Yeah, I think I would agree at this stage. Pretty tenacious team. Oklahoma, again, having witnessed them play yesterday. Haven't seen the Hawks play yet today, but I'm sure that they will try and be able to be a bother to Oklahoma.
And for those who may have missed it, the coin toss has happened, and as we sit here looking towards the bar area, we will have Philadelphia running left to right with the breeze in this first half. Beautiful conditions, Heath, a little breezy, but sun is out.
Yep. Sun is out. The breeze not as strong as it was, at least it seems, this morning, but certainly is going to be an effect, especially with those big high kicks.
Looks as the looks are about to get underway, so very quickly get yourself a Cooper's from the bar. One of our wonderful sponsors, and here we are getting the Division III Grand Final underway.
And we're off. Ball upcoming, the two big fellas in the middle, tap to the deck. Not even getting purchased. Oklahoma gets a first kick. Kicked into a pack, marked pretty soundly by Philadelphia. Philadelphia kicking out wide.
Intercept mark taken straight away by Oklahoma. We saw it very early on. Number 1 for Oklahoma, Alex, who yesterday had a stellar game. And the gentleman here as well running into the forward pocket. First forward entry for Oklahoma is a strong entry there as well. Great defense from Philadelphia there, who are quickly exiting downfield with a very nice sliding mark. Quickly playing on.
Nice little chip pass there, chip kick into another mark there down the far wing, and a long kick down the wing, keeps going, keeps rolling. Looks like it's gone out of bounds. Well, the boundary throw in first of the day.
Umpire saw a push in the back there, so free kick's been awarded to Philadelphia. So looking to just keep moving that ball down that left-hand field, not bringing it into the center corridor as the ball hits the ground, but nicely picked up by the Philadelphia player who brings the ball into the 50. Deep long kick, could go over. Nice use of the body there by the Buffalo defender as he soccers the ball out towards the boundary line, probably looking for the stoppage. The ball is over the boundary line there, and we'll have a stoppage boundary throw in about 40 meters out from goal.
Yeah, great work by the Philadelphia backman. It protected the space he was in, read the flight of the ball really well, and did the number one job the backman need to do, is get the ball the hell out of the back line.
How long till we get a Herd of Buffalo reference, Heath?
It might be, I don't know, maybe 2 days.
Two days. Okay. I'll try and work it in before then, ladies and gentlemen. Nice ball off the top, right foot snap, coming in towards the pocket. Wind just gets control of it, just goes to the left-hand side of the behind post. That's ball out of bounds, deeply locked inside the forward 50. I think Philadelphia would actually be happy with that being locked in rather than a behind this time in the game.
Yeah, agreed. And you know, using the wind smartly there, as you can see the passage of play here coming downwind, and will be very difficult for Buffalo to get out. So boundary line throwing, got hung up in the wind. The two big fellas punched it, and someone got it on the boot. Couldn't see who, but it looks like we have our first minor score of the afternoon here in the Division III Grand Final, Oklahoma Football Club versus the Philadelphia Hawks. So kick out coming into a pack. A couple players go up. Looks like a roving Buffalo getting possession. Gets chippy little hand pass intercepted by Philadelphia. Philadelphia with a snap. Looks like it's on the money. It is on the money. Philadelphia certainly like it.
More than a snap, Heath. That was a beautiful kick there from, it looks like number 13, Michael Hack, putting the first major on the Watch AFL scoreboard on Cooper's Field, number 1. in the Division 3 Grand Final. So they now take a commanding lead, 1-1-7, with Oklahoma yet to get on the score. Nicely done.
Yeah, the wind has been the factor all weekend, and it really has separated teams that were pretty close together. Where that factor of maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 goal win for sure. At least in the games I've played and commentated this weekend. So, ball up, here we go. Midfield Ogs, can't tell who that is. We basically crashed the pack, drives the ball forward. Big hit as he disposed the ball. And again, just scrappy play here in the middle of the ground.
Well, both men committed to the ball.
Chip kick to an open player for Philadelphia. Nice little mark there just to slow things down and get themselves organized for the next attack.
You can see here Buffalo Heath trying to get some numbers behind the ball as the big barrel comes out. Nicely taken mark in the forward.
That was a finger breaker, I would say. And but expertly brought that down. Can't see who that player is at this distance.
Brian Verbeek, I believe
nice.
the gentleman's name is number 44. And what are we doing? There's a little bit of cheering. There's a little bit of celebration.
Another score. So fair play to Philadelphia. 2 quick scores here. They've got, again, I can't see the scoreboard, but if memory serves, we've got 2 goals, 12-0 for Oklahoma. So Oklahoma now have had, a bit of a shock. They're down a couple of goals, 2 kicks only. So what is going to be their response?
I think we saw in the game just preceding this, Heath, where short, sharp kicks, keeping the ball low out of the breeze, and then have some good running players there, the Oklahoma Buffalo, to sort of make sure that they can, here it is, run with the pack.
Run with the pack, the herd, if you will. So ball up, getting just tangled up. The referee says, fellas, let's just restart this. It's not going anywhere. Here comes the ball up, the 2, Ruckman, nice big tap to the ground, directly on the deck. No one's really got good purchase on the footy. And it looks like the Philadelphia player dumped his direct opponent. We're going to do another ball up. Here we go. Big tap to the deck again. Boot. Philadelphia got a nice big kick into inside 50.
Nicely played on there again to Brian Verbeek, number 44. Could be his 2nd goal of the game. It is. Goal umpire unable to get out of the way. Goal number 3, Philadelphia.
Yeah, great effort by the big fella there, the tall fella there in the forward line, just running through, and great running. He, ran a good third of the length of the field and ultimately came up with a goal. You
can see the strength of that breeze. One big, large kick out of the center, going straight into that forward 50. Nicely done by one of the either half forward or full forwards there for Philadelphia, just pushing the ball forward on a 2-on-1 contest. Cleverly done. And Brian Verbeek is the victor of the spoils.
So we go with the restart.
So there we are. Quick update from the Watch AFL scoreboard as a player's escorted from the field. Looks to be a little ginger on his feet. That's 3 goals, 19 with Oklahoma yet to put some points on the board. Another great solid clearance coming out of the middle from Philadelphia, pushing that ball forward. There's a 1-on-1 contest. Nicely done. That cannot possibly be Brian Verbeek again. Socket off the ground. But Buffalo, great to respond, Heath, getting the numbers back there.
So unfortunately, that kind of blazing away out of the back pocket, that was onto a running Philadelphia player, is able to take a mark, and here is the next in what will probably be a series of Philadelphia attacks. So penetrating kick right into the danger zone, brought to ground, booted out smartly by the Buffalo player, unfortunately out on the full.
Just rushed that left foot kick to try and get out it deeper than that 50, but unfortunately he's now turned that ball over for an automatic kick in for Philadelphia to maintain this pressure and lock the ball in. This forward 50, it could just be a long bomb here, put it into the pocket.
Right to the danger zone. That Philadelphia player, number 36 is John Hinchkin. Hinchkin grabbed a big bag of sky there as he went up and took a really spectacular mark in the pack and kicked it easily through for another major score.
And the good thing there for John with our friends from Gridiron Production, he'll be able to replay that to his friends and family over and over and over again, that mark.
He'll be bragging about it for decades to come.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, big family holidays right around the corner, just in time.
Honey, it's your birthday. Hey, let's watch my video again so we can remember the good times. That's terrible advice, ladies and gentlemen. Don't do that. All right, restart again. Some panic probably setting in here with Buffalo thinking, or Oklahoma, sorry. Thinking, okay, what are we going to do to stop the bleeding here? Philadelphia seemed to be running away with goals at the moment.
Oklahoma haven't really taken the ball past the center bounce area, so I'm pretty confident for what we saw yesterday. It doesn't take much for these Oklahoma boys to really demonstrate their running game, as that ball there is rushed out over the sideline.
Boundary throw in coming up. Boundary throw in, tapped to contest, kind of a mismatch contest, but hits the deck again. Players piling in, everybody wants it.
Umpire says that's enough wrestling, let's just put the ball back up and reset again. Oklahoma really trying to lock this ball up and try and create some dominance in the stoppage, because all been Philadelphia out of those to date, as we see Philadelphia again come away with the advantage from the ball up in the restart. Oklahoma got plenty of numbers behind the ball, which is the right thing to do. Some solid contact there at the moment. Nice little chip kick again, just a little bit too strong with that breeze.
Oh, it's very smart. Almost went out of. Oh no, they've called it out of bounds. The Philadelphia runner or player tried to just knock it back into the field of play. Didn't quite get there before it went out of bounds. We're gonna have another boundary throw in. The restart there, tapped toward the Philadelphia goals and booted out. Again, see that footy hanging in the wind, just not getting the yardage that you need to get out of your defensive half.
Ryan McGettigy down there, number 9, I think he is, for the Oklahoma Buffaloes. Very strong game yesterday. Again, sort of playing a little bit further back behind the ball to keep the numbers there at the moment to help his teammates out with this strong breeze. A little bit of a kick and hope, the ball outside. There's our man Alex, we said to keep an eye on. He's got a wonderful running game, very skillful player. Looks like he may have been tackled after the ball. What's the umpire going to say? The umpire says, no, Mark, just play on. Philadelphia going to turn that ball straight back around and put it deep into the 50, but beautiful positioning by a couple of Oklahoma players, getting themselves there where they needed to be. But Philadelphia straight back on there. Oh, wonderful tackle. Wonderful tackle coming in there for the Oklahoma ruckman, I believe it was. Because if he had not made that tackle, he was running towards that goal. No contest there from the Buffaloes there as well. Balls dropped out, correct disposal. Umpire was happy. That could have been a sling, but the umpires let it run. Ball in the air, not 15. That should have been a play on call, and it is. Ball hit the deck anyway. Good little scramble. This is scrappy from Oklahoma, but that's the only way. They're just marching the ball slowly up the field. First bit of promising play from the Buffalo down that right wing before with Alex. He just looked up and had no one to leading towards him, so he just tried to run it out. Ball down there again. Ball on the ground.
Yeah, very, very, very crowded, even though we have a large oval here. Chip out to the half forward and a penetrating kick into a contest. Big Shepherd off the ball and to allow the ball to go out of bounds.
Again, how easy it is with that wind at your back to get the ball into the forward 50. They just want to make sure that Philly have been down here a fair bit. They want to convert some of this pressure, Heath, more so into points. You don't get points for forward 50 entries.
No, you don't. And you know, the Philadelphia's got to make sure that they use the wind advantage to their advantage and keep Oklahoma on the back foot. So far, so good.
Buffalo doing a really, really good job of scrapping up that ball, making sure there's no clean possessions down there in that forward 50. It looks like organised chaos. They're doing a really nice job just containing the Philadelphia team at this time. Even though the ball's been camped down there, it is still on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 4 goals, 125. Philadelphia over Buffalo, yet to trouble the scorers. So pretty good contained effort here from Oklahoma the last couple of minutes, Heath.
Yeah, they've done well to bottle it up and just kind of slow things down.
Again,
as we say that, there's a big kick into the danger zone. Again, is going to run through for a behind, unfortunately. But yeah, generally speaking, yeah, Oklahoma have done a really good job of just bottling things up, trying to drive the ball forward, not getting a whole lot of luck there. But again, if you can stop your opponent from scoring, at least you have a chance.
We got the defensive kick out here from Oklahoma. He's got the breeze blowing towards us here in the commentary box, which makes more sense to kick this way out. The big left foot that we see coming over there, man, nicely positioned, but the fists are up from Oklahoma to really spoil what could have been a nice little opportunity for Oklahoma to get forward. But again, forcing the stoppage that gives them the chance to reset.
So we got a boundary line throw in coming again. Here we go. Two different ruckmen taking the tap directly down. Groved expertly by number 35. Number 35, Chris Go. He went, kicked for goals. Looks like it's out.
For a behind.
Looks like for a behind.
There's the official ruling from the goal umpire, acknowledged from his comrade up the other end. So Philly starting to just trouble the scorers a little bit, putting a few more points on the board. Buffalo really still yet to get over that halfway line, but a really lovely kick again into the breeze, sitting up nicely. Some good body work there done by the Philadelphia guys to get that ball out. Good numbers again, use of the hands just to really get some clean space. The ball coming in.
So finally a penetrating kick by Oklahoma into an unfortunate lopsided contest, and it looks like it's going to come right back into the attacking half of Philadelphia.
Umpire saw a push in the back and is awarding a free kick here to Philadelphia, which is another easy opportunity for the Hawks to enter into the 50 area here at the moment. We obviously see the Oklahoma boys rushing back, get the bodies behind the ball. Not the cleanest of entries into the forward 50 that Philly would have been looking for, but nicely done to scrap it there. But close defense from Buffalo put them over the boundary line for a boundary throw in about 20 meters out from goal. Probably around about 5 minutes, probably under 5 minutes of play left remaining, Heath, in this first half of the Division 3 Grand Final on Coopers Field.
So got a continuation of that scrappy play. There's got to be 10 fellas just in a big pile. Everyone's fighting over the footy. Umpire says, "Oh, let's restart, guys." Here we go. So, huge fly by number 35 there. And a kick into the middle of the ground, into space.
Yeah.
Buffalo player running, just got a very unkind bounce. And
Nice little
Philadelphia's got numbers around the footy. That was a 2-on-1 contest. And now they've got 3 in that area. So they're just
There's Alex
packs,
playing on quickly. Nice little sidestep off the right, coming down the left-hand flank. But as you see, as he looks up, there's no Oklahoma player. Unfortunately, the Philadelphia 33 just wore that ball not where he really wanted it. We just keep pushing that ball forward at the moment. Nice handwork in from 33's bounce back. Oklahoma doing a good job just to tie it up there, try and get some numbers ahead of the ball, but as I said, Alex got a nice clearance there and looked up and just saw no one.
And that fitness is going to come to play there, because if you're flooding back, you've got to move forward, and that takes a toll on players.
New ruck coming in there for Oklahoma. We've seen a substitution made there at the moment. Boys just pushing it forward along the ground. Some nice body work from the Philadelphia Hawks, helping their teammates with some shepherding.
And a nice mark taken by the Oklahoma player, number 7, Thomas Simpson. Thomas Simpson looks to change the field. He's going to switch into space. Mark was crucial, and he took it. Well done. Kick into space there. Looks like he's
2-on-2 contest here at the moment. Does very nicely to actually break the tackle and get his arms free to move it forward. Man's been slung to ground without the ball. Umpire says, yes, you are correct.
There's an opportunity for Oklahoma to transition to their forward 50. But did you see that contest? As soon as the ball came to ground, there were 2 Philadelphia players in the vicinity. They're doing a really good job of hunting in packs and just creating chaos. Wobbly old kick, moves forward. That's taken. Kind of a sliding tackle, number 35. That was Chris Go. Chris Go is going to go again. Hand pass to play on.
A couple of minutes before half time, another forward 50 entry deep into that 50 there again, with the ball getting a good run with that breeze, being rushed. Well, no one is able to get to it before it gets over the sideline. Rapidly approaching half time, and get yourself to the bar to enjoy a Coopers. Heath, there's only one place better I'd enjoy a Coopers than Sarasota. That would be Tasmania, one of our wonderful sponsors. Do a great job there. have a look online at the Tasmanian website for any of your sort of future holiday destinations. There's that ball again in that forward 50, just running across the face of goal. Umpire says we'll ball it up. Well, boundary umpire throw-in, apologies.
So just an errant kick, kind of in desperation, just went across the face of goal. Boundary throw in goes to number 35. Number 35, again, passing to another player, not able to get it cleanly.
Oh, free kick. Oklahoma. Well, they're very, very fortunate there. The guys clock winding down.
Look, kind of a worm burner, not the best kick. Intercepted by number 28 for Philadelphia, and we've got another whistle.
When we do suggest to keep it out of the wind, we don't mean along the ground necessarily. That's a little bit too low.
Yeah, I like the idea, but yeah. The Oklahoma player looking just a little chip pass and just didn't quite hit it properly. So boundary throw in, taken all alone by the Buffalo Rockmen, just bangs it forward. Philadelphia again with numbers around the footy, just trying to get themselves organized. Hand pass out to the far side of the ground, still kind of fighting through the middle here. Penetrating kick into the 450. Lovely mark there by the Philadelphia player. He's going to turn around and we'll tell you who he is, but it was a nice mark. A great kick, number 35. I've said that name a couple of times.
Chris can go.
And Chris looks like he slotted it through, pretty much centimeter perfect for another major score.
Chris can go and Chris can kick. So converting nicely there. But as you look at here, that last little passage of play, not one single Oklahoma player was past the halfway line, Heath. So little strategy that obviously they're trying to work through. But as they get that ball and break out of the fifth, there's just no one ahead of the ball to play with. So.
Right, and that, you do all that hard work out of the back line, that transitional play into the forward line. If you don't have anyone to kick to, it's just going to break down, and you're going to see that footy come right back, and it's really a lonely feeling for a backman. So here we go, the restart. Nice big punch by the Philadelphia Rockmen, and that's the hooter to end of the half.
Watch AFL scoreboard at the far end showing us that currently leading into halftime we have the Philadelphia Hawks 5 goals, 33, with Oklahoma yet to put points on the board. Not necessarily surprising, Heath, with the win they were up against there at the moment, but is it a 5-goal win?
I don't think it's a 5-goal win. I think Philadelphia have really come out, 6 guns a-blazing, as we say. Again, I mentioned numbers around the footy, kind of organized attack. Having the wind is certainly a help, especially when you're banging it from the middle of the ground into your attacking 50. But the transition of play from Oklahoma just isn't there. They're not doing themselves a whole lot of favors flooding their backline if they can't transition forward.
Oh, well, we'll leave you, ladies and gentlemen, for a couple of minutes as the coaches address their players. It'll be interesting to come back and hear what was said at halftime.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Division III Grand Final, the second half, Oklahoma Football Club versus the Philadelphia Hawks. Switching sides, obviously, so this game is going to be a tale of the wind's effect on the game. We'll see if Oklahoma can create something out of literally nothing in the first half. So here we go. Umpire throws the ball up in a tap to the deck, run straight through. The first attack is from Philadelphia against the wind, but it dribbles along the ground. Number 44 for Philadelphia. That's Brian Verbacek, maybe. Kicks it through. Looks like it dribbled through for a behind.
That's the furthest forward that ball's been in this Grand Final Division III fixture between Philadelphia and Oklahoma. So a nice little start from Philadelphia there at the moment, and fortunately just able to rush it through for a behind. We'll see here the first sort of bit of purchase that Oklahoma have had on a kick this second half to see how far that ball moves and how quickly it moves downfield. But Philadelphia are able to move the ball back inside their own forward 50.
Yeah, Philadelphia doing just a superior effort there in terms of roving, in terms of gathering, in terms of just getting numbers around the footy.
But here we see straight away Oklahoma are able to turn that ball around and move it downfield. And the difference there straight away is that there are some Philadelphia players back, but Oklahoma coming forward strong. Ball on the ground, nice use of the hands there from Philadelphia. Interchange of passing, a smother attempt made, but a strong mark there taken by Oklahoma looking to put the ball back down. One of the things, Heath, that Oklahoma need to be careful of here is don't just assume that the win is going to get you the goals. You still got to stick to your game plan, and they've got a very strong running couple of players there that I'd like to see them keep the ball in hand, which we see here at the moment with that long booming left boot, putting it into the forward 50.
Penetrating kick. Looks like it's just going to dribble through for a minor score.
Oh, we'll wait and see. It may have missed. It is, Heath, you are correct. Your eyesight is better than mine. So there we go. Buffalo on the board.
Buffalo on the board. The wind certainly gave them a bit of help, but that first attack from Philadelphia as the half started probably didn't make the Oklahoma players feel too good.
So there we are. First points on the board for Oklahoma Buffaloes on the Watch AFL scoreboard. 0-1-1, trailing the Philadelphia Hawks 5-4-34. So I'm sure we want to see Oklahoma really put some pressure on this ball as we see an intercept mark taken nicely again by number 19.
Number 19, that's Kai
Stoneman, giving it the left
Stoneman.
foot barrel, has a monster boot on him. Kai puts it down there. Two Philadelphia players fighting over the same ball, but are able to come away with it nicely with a nice little interchange of short handballs followed by a nice low kick. Gets the ball up to the halfway line. Oklahoma player.
So it looks like kicking in danger. Who's the call?
Judged by the referee, kicking in danger, which seemed to be a fairly fair call as that ball gets brought all the way back up to effectively the halfway line.
So smart little chip pass there over the line. That's number 35, Chris Go. Chris Go seemed to be being a key player here today. Looking for a target. It's going to get hung up in the wind.
Oh, very strong mark. 2-on-1, and the Philadelphia player still managed to take the mark and come away with the ball. Very strong breeze. He'd be kicking probably from right on the arc if he decides to give himself the benefit of the doubt to kick it. If nothing else, he's just slowed the play down nicely, let his teammates get up there. He's given it a very good purchase.
Yep, just a little bit off the mark, but man, certainly penetrating kick against the wind. That was Alex Federo. That's how I'm gonna pronounce that. Sorry, Alex, if I'm mispronouncing your surname.
Ball nicely taken mark as we keep moving that ball downfield. Probably not a bad outcome there for Oklahoma as a stoppage, then allow the chance to reset, push their players and really put a press on from behind to really try and drive these Philadelphia Hawks back down in their defensive end of the field.
So boundary throw incoming right in front of the broadcasting booth here. High, kind of off, not straight into the ground, but either way, play on, says the umpire. Philadelphia trying to get organized. A kick from the pack is cut off by Oklahoma, dropped, and the Oklahoma player got his pocket pick.
Dispossessed nicely there by number 35. Is that Clint to go? And he gives it a really solid hit. It's unfortunately just offline. Ball goes through for a behind.
Yeah, Chris Groh, obviously a factor here today. Picked the Oklahoma player's pocket. A hand pass, which we received back, and we had a shot on goal. Unfortunately, it was only a minor score, but still against the wind, Philadelphia is still looking pretty dangerous. Kick out coming right down the guts, right to the middle of the ground.
Yeah, long kick right down the middle, which I think's got to be the play. Oklahoma really just got to get some territory here at the moment. I think we're getting to a point a couple of minutes into the second half where they really can't be scoring from this end of the field, so they really need the ball down. And some good defensive effort comes around from Oklahoma, putting the pressure on Philadelphia as they bring that ball in at forward 50 again.
So getting scrappy now is Buffalo or Oklahoma. I keep calling them Buffalo. Oklahoma trying to create something. Whistle is
free kick. Not playing the ball, playing the man. Nice long forward 50 entry. Again, plenty of Hawks up in the sky, picking up the crumbs. Is there someone take a mark in that forward?
Great job by the Oklahoma backman just to get it out. Unfortunately, cut off by the Philadelphia player. Plays on, and he is caught. No whistle. I'm not sure why that wasn't adjudicated, but either way.
Lovely sliding mark.
A little chip past the center of that kick. Another chip pass. Looks like a half forward right inside 50. Takes a bounce. Takes an unkind bounce.
Philadelphia really showing teams how just to move that ball around, to be really considered about that forward 50 entry, which the ball now gets pushed deep inside that 50. Right foot snap, nicely smothered by the defenders. And again, Oklahoma just putting that ball up in the air. The umpire judges that it did go 15 metres. And Philadelphia taking a mark in a very strong and realistic scoring opportunity, which would really be a dagger in the hearts of Oklahoma at the moment with the breeze in their face.
Yeah, that mark taken by Brian Verbicek. Again, Brian, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your surname. But, yeah, great mark there in the danger zone. Kick coming. Oh, just off the boot. Not the result he wanted. Pretty much kicked it right into the mark. Things are going to get held up.
Umpire says Hatter Pryor did not release the ball, brought it back in. He's awarded a free kick back to Brian.
Interesting. Well, he's going to get a second shot at it. Wind picking up quite significantly here as we're nearing probably about the halfway point of the second half.
This kick at goal could be playing like a par 3 at the moment. The breeze is that strong. See how Brian goes. Gives it a very solid kick, and from here, this angle here, that looks good. The other Hawks are happy as well. Goal umpire gives it the big ruling and says that is a goal. And Heath, that's worth 3 or 4 goals, one into the breeze.
Yeah, I would agree. And I've said it before. Now, so what if you were an Oklahoma player right now? What's your confidence level?
You just got to get that ball, control it, realise there's still probably about 10 minutes of football left to go, and with that breeze behind you can be kicking goals from almost the halfway, and we've seen a couple of big boots from Oklahoma, but Philadelphia really showing, obviously, Oklahoma and other teams how to play into the breeze.
So here we go, ball up in the middle of the ground, tapped to the deck, taken by Chris Go. We keep mentioning his name. Torpedo, wobbly torpedo, gets into the Philadelphia's attacking 50, knocked to ground.
Smart little bit of play there by the defenseman down there in Oklahoma as that ball's just pushed in the middle where there's plenty of Oklahoma players. I think Oklahoma just need to try and use the wings a little bit more and not just rely on going down the middle, as you see a few of the players on the field maybe agree and point towards the wings as well.
So mark taken by John Hinchin. Looks like it's out for a minor score, just offline. Again, kicking directly in the wind. Ball's going to wobble around a bit. So we've got a kick out coming. See what Oklahoma can manufacture here. A little chip kiss.
Out to Alex down the line. He's got another short little option. I mean, that's what we saw from Oklahoma yesterday. That's the type of football I know they'd like to be playing as well. He's got another little option here, short, but decides to go long to a pack. Nicely done again. There's the man who probably is well and truly in the eyes of the recipients of man on the match here at the moment as well. He's into everything as there's a nice little running dart coming out from the back over the top of everyone. Now, Heath, I can't remember how long it's been since that ball's gone in that forward 50 line. I think even again it's going to run out just before the 50. Best opportunity Oklahoma had for at least 5 minutes.
At least, and good fair play by the backman just to bang it forward. There was nobody up there for really to receive that footy, but at the Philadelphia backman was just smart enough to just let it go over the line here. Now we've got a restart, and tap, couple of hand passes, and a big kick out to the far wing.
The man leading nicely.
Taken nicely by number 13, Donald Worth. Donald Worth tries to play on another big kick to the attacking 50.
Umpires called a downfield penalty for a late tackle there from Oklahoma. After that ball was kicked, there was contact made with the player, so downfield penalty. Certainly not what Oklahoma were looking for there at the moment. As you can see, plenty of runs still left in the Philadelphia players' legs there at the moment, Heath, as well.
Yeah, they don't show any signs of fatigue. They're just running free, it looks like. Philadelphia doing a great job, though. They're not giving up. They're just not able to get points on the board. Big penetrating kick right into the danger zone, almost marked by number 35, Chris Go. Dribbled and almost went through for a goal.
I think that is a goal. I think he socketed that one through.
And he did. Chris Go went again for another goal.
I'd like to. Is there only 135 out there, Heath?
Because there may be more. It seems that there are multiple 35s.
Well, Chris Go has certainly been the go-getter out there this afternoon with his performance. He is everywhere. He's in the ruck. He's kicking goals. He's tackling. He's really led from the front there today.
Yes, he has. Time beginning to run out for Oklahoma. Their fate is more and more seemingly sealed. At the Watch AFL scoreboard, we've got, looks like 7 goals, 7 behinds, 49 points to 1 behind, 1 point. Philadelphia winning that middle contest, just chipping it over the top, finding a Philadelphia player, number 36. Number 36, right under 35, John Henshin, which we've mentioned him before as well.
Umpire's just calling a halt to play here, Heath. Just got an injured player, so welfare, safety of all our players, number one priority here. So just medics coming out there just to escort the player from the field.
Yeah, that was Martin Minot. Hopefully he's okay. It looks like he's jogging off in his own
steam, which is a positive sign for everyone. So we'll just head over there and take a little bit of a time out as the umpire just checks and makes sure everyone's okay. And looks like after all that, we're going to come back with a mark taken by Philadelphia just outside the 50. So again, plenty of numbers forward for Philadelphia, eager to some other people to get on the score sheet.
So a wobbly old, ugly-looking torpy, but does find a Philadelphia player. Great reading of the flight of the ball with a wobbly old kick into the wind. Can't see who that is just yet. He's going to have a set shot for goal here.
Might be Alec Fadowry. I think it is number 1 for Philadelphia. Looks as he happy with it. He is not. So unfortunately, just being pushed that one to the right. That's another behind there for Philadelphia. Well, throw caution to the wind here, Heath, and just throw the barrel down the middle.
Yep, that is if you can execute. If you can execute. So kick out coming. Little chip pass right up the guts. Number 19. Number 19 says, I'm going to play on, fellas. Bangs it. Huge kick.
Oh, lovely mark. Lovely mark taken.
Yeah, wonderful mark taken by Stephen Rasbold. Great read of the flight of the ball. That was a massive
coming back
kick.
here. Watch here, left foot. This will go a long, long way. Oh, hits the post. Unfortunate.
Oh, the luckless Oklahoma Football Club. That was almost a certain goal. Would have been a nice response to say, hey, we're still alive. But unfortunately, it's just a minor score.
Players going up as Alex picking up the crumbs off the ground. What's he going to do? He's going to turn blindside down the line. Nice little use of what was a very small space, but that ball rushed over the sideline. What will be a boundary throw in with what you'd think, Heath, is under 5 minutes to go right now.
Yeah, I would believe so. The result seems in the bag here. Let's see if Oklahoma still has some fight left in them.
There it is again, second time's a charm. Let's see that ball straight up in the air, coming down with a little bit of snow. First time we've seen snow in Miami for in Florida for quite some time. But Philadelphia, good numbers back behind the ball, quickly to react and respond to the threat. Ball still there on the ground, ducks his head. Umpire says you duck, you dive, you dip. Some good pressure being brought down there by the Oklahoma Buffaloes, really looking to try and lock this ball up. Very much what happened to them in that first half. Some great contact there. What's the umpire going to say here? Says there was high contact from the Philadelphia Hawk. No, apologies. High tackle contact from Oklahoma.
Yeah, it looks like the umpire said that it came in with a high elbow,
lifted his elbow.
That's not allowed. So chip out to the side, half forward, finds its target. The Philadelphia player goes right down the wing. 2 or 3 Philadelphia players around the footy.
Advantage may have been able to be played there because Oklahoma had a little bit of green space in front of him. They want to go play on this quickly because they are 7 goals behind, and the old rule is 7 goals, 7 minutes. So they're probably running out here at the moment, a little bit too far beyond them. Umpire's blown his whistle. A couple of players decide to keep going on with it a little bit. Probably lucky not to get March 50 for that action there. Oklahoma just says, I'm going long, get behind me, get around me, with the ball going down, but there's only one single Oklahoma player in that forward 50 area, and he is manhandled out of the way. Umpire says that manhandling is actually called a push in the back, Brendan. We'll give the Oklahoma player a penalty.
You say
as
tomato,
that ball's thrown
I
away,
say tomato.
That ball's thrown away. That's really should be a 50-meter. Not handed back responsibly. Just as that wind starts to turn, Heath, it's now coming directly into our face here on the other side of the field.
Yeah. So it looks like 50-meter penalty was awarded. So the Oklahoma player number 12, Chris Morton, is going to get a shot for goal right in front of goals, it appears. Bangs it through
there it is.
On a single step. Not much to celebrate if you're Oklahoma at the moment.
Not only has Chris kicked the goal, he's gone and gathered his own kick as well. That's a lot of commitment.
Good. Well, time is running out. He doesn't want to don't wait for someone else to go get it.
I'd like to see them introduce that in the AFL from now on. You kick a goal, you go get it yourself.
Go get it. So if it goes into the upper decks, you got to go run up there and grab it. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. You know, an opportunity to have multiple balls in a game would be also good. That would be another option, one of many options available. So time running out here. We're in the last handful of minutes here. Division III Grand Final, Oklahoma Football Club versus the Philadelphia Hawks. Kind of a one-sided affair.
Philadelphia really brought the game today in the Division III Grand Final, and supposing things don't change significantly in the next couple of minutes, it really will be deserved winners, Heath, of the Division III Cup this year.
Yeah, agreed.
Enough time still for another ball up and maybe another goal or a bit of action. Philadelphia says, well, I'd like some of that action, so I'm going to move the ball forward. But Oklahoma rushing to get forward as an incorrect disposal. Otherwise known as the umpire saying, no, that's a high tackle. We'll just take it. And that ball has gone long, but Philadelphia nicely behind it. Pushes the ball straight back into the middle. Nice option. Nice executed. Number 2, just making sure he slowed down his opposition's passage of play. Nicely marked, taken, playing on quickly down the left-hand wing. A Shepherd coming in from Philadelphia. Ball just docked quickly on Alex as he went down. Caution to that wind. That's gone very, very long. Buffalo player just unable to get there in time, and that ball's rushed over the boundary sideline for what will be one of the last balls up for the game, you'd think, Heath.
Yeah, I think right now we've got to be in the last minute or two. Boundary throw in coming here. See if Oklahoma can get the moral victory here by getting the last score of the game.
Last goal wins. Isn't that how you play in the art at school?
That's what I say, the moral victory.
Boundary umpire really giving it all that he's got to try and get that ball in a reasonable distance. Did a fantastic job getting it there. As again, Philadelphia breakout down the left-hand flank with some nice little interchange of hand passes between 3 players and a Shepherd as well. Unfortunately, that was happening in the first half there for Oklahoma. He looked up and just didn't see anyone in front. The ball bangs straight back down, and then the Oklahoma player takes a solid mark, what will be about 40 metres out from goal. Looks as though it might be beyond his range. He's just handed the ball off quickly to number 19, who absolutely drills the ball through the centre sticks. And there's that moral consolation victory you're referring to there, Heath, with Oklahoma kicking their second major for the day, apologies there, as the hooter sounds, which will be bring us the end of the Division 3 Grand Final. Philadelphia Hawks, congratulations, taking away the championship here this afternoon over the Oklahoma Buffaloes, 7 goals, 8-50 over 2 goals, 2-14. Heath, closing remarks?
Yeah, Philadelphia just overwhelmed Oklahoma. They had numbers around the footy. Like I said it a couple of times, they're hunting in packs. They made good use of their wind advantage and were able to manufacture additional points when they were going against the wind. And really, fair play to Philadelphia's defense for just able to really shut down whatever Oklahoma were trying to manufacture.
No, very good summation, Heath. I don't think I need to add any more to that. Thank you very much. Have a lovely afternoon.
All right, thanks, everybody.